Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. How's everyone doing today? And in this video, I would like to go over, since we have the information, this is no longer speculation. I don't like doing speculating videos, and I don't think I've ever done a speculating video, to be honest, except for one only. So I don't like doing that, so here we are, we got this hint. I believe yesterday or 2 days ago. And there are 16 dots here. 16 dots. So, you know what that means, right? We are getting a new Dokkan Festival, Android 16. Response to emergencies. So this is the 16 that goes up against the cell on the island. So people were thinking of Hellzone Grenade Piccolo from the island versus Cell, but instead we got Android 16. Now, this does have a unit super attack. As you can see, there's other characters in the arts. So if we go here to the animations, let's go and check out the animations here. So first is starting off with the banner unit, Tournament of Power 17. Yes, I don't know why this is the case, but Tournament of Power 17 is the banner unit and is quite a good support from what I've seen. Intro animation. That was the super attack. Now we're doing the unit super attack, which apparently can be if there's a 17 or 18 on the team. Not on the team, in the same turn. Sorry, in the same turn. Let's see the kid here momentarily. Okay, and then we have the active skill. What a scream. Oh, Flash. Okay. It's actually voiced. It's a nice looking KO screen. So let's go into the details. So androids or uncontrollable power, yes. So androids or uncontrollable power. We have Ki +3, HP 200%, and attack and defense of 170, plus an additional stat, 50% to stats for characters also belong to the Android Cell Saga, mission execution, or artificial life forms. Wow. Just wow. So then we have activates the entrance animation when there is another Android's category ally on the team. So for the unit super attack, you're trying to bring a 17 or 18, right? So there's that. So you're probably going to have this active no matter what. Now, we have guaranteed guard, permanent, and all allies gain 16% defense, permanent. That is already busted. Then we have 260% attack and defense and 3 key. Then 60% defense to all allies as a support. And then androids or uncontrollable power category allies, 60% attack. I mean, that is incredible already at this point. This is already high. We're barely 5 lines into the passive. So then we have when attacking, 260% attack. When receiving an attack, 160% defense. And I love it when units have the attack when attacking and the defense when receiving an attack. Okay, as the first attacker in a turn, 60% damage reduction, has a additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. All allies gain 30% defense and an additional 30% attack for characters who also belong to the androids or uncontrollable power category within the turn after receiving an attack. So this last part of the passive, the defense of 30% and the attack of 30% activate once he's taken damage. As the second or third attacker in a turn, 160% defense and launches an additional super attack when attacking. As the third attacker in a turn, 160% attack and has a guaranteed crit. So if you're not going to put him in the first slot, you want to put him in the third slot to gain all of this. But he is going to miss this big chunk over here with the damage reduction. Hard to know how that will affect his ability to take hits in that turn. Then we have when there is an enemy whose name includes Goku or Cell. Of course, Youth, Ginyu Jr., and Cell Jr. are excluded, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. It's not fully restricted. That is very cool. Gains 160% attack, so that will be active from the 5th turn, or if there is an enemy whose name includes Goku or Cell, that will be active. And that has to activate every turn. That is not going to be something that's permanent like the first part of the passive where he's got that guaranteed guard permanent and the 16% defense to all allies. Then once only gains an additional 160% attack when attacking as the third character in a turn. So right off the bat, I like the kit. It is not going to be a groundbreaking unit, but it as a support and as a slot 1 unit, possibly. Remember, possibly there's not a lot of defense supporting him being in the first slot. I doubt turn 1 he's going to be bumping out 1,000,000 defense, which means that if you're going into an event where there's 3 or 4 different phases or the opponent can rack up attack, that could get dwarfed very quickly. So I don't know how well this would translate, I'll be honest. If he had that 60% damage reduction anywhere, then I wouldn't be as reserved about this unit, honestly. So then we have the active skill, which can be activated when there is an enemy whose name includes Goku, Youth, Ginyu Jr., and Cell Jr. excluded, or if there's a Cell as an enemy, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. Once only. Massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and disables enemy's action once within the turn. And this could be used in any slot, which would then in turn activate any of these first, second, or third slot abilities. Meaning if you put him in the 2nd slot, he would gain that 2nd or 3rd ability with the 160% defense and the guaranteed additional super attack. You put him in the 3rd slot, he gets that guaranteed crit and that guaranteed additional super attack plus 160% attack and defense. And if you put him in the 1st slot, he will get that damage reduction and those defense of 30% to all allies and the 30% attack for characters who also belong to androids or uncontrollable power. Now, that is something that is really cool about Dokkan Battle. Meaning, if you activate any part of this passive in a different slot before you actually get skill orbs, basically you're using an active skill, you will net this passive right away. And I really like that. Then we have the Link skills. We have Android Assault, Mechanical Menace, Tough as Nails, Gentleman, Infinite Energy, Solid Support, and Fierce Battle. 7 categories: androids, uncontrollable power, android cell, Saga, mission execution, artificial life forms, target Goku, and saviors. Oddly enough. Then we have the super attack, which greatly raises attack and defense for 4 turns. That's a 50% stat raise and causes immense damage to the enemy. And when there is a 17 or android 18 attacking in the turn, greatly raises attack and defense for 4 turns, immense damage, and then raises allies' defense by 50% for 2 turns. 50%. Insane support. Absolutely insane support. Incredible. Okay, now for the MVP 17 stats. Okay, so we have a Super STR. Now, 16 is Extreme AGL, I believe? No, Super AGL. Super AGL, oddly enough. Well, he is on Savior, so. So we have Worthy Rivals or Defenders of Justice, 130% to stats and 3 key. 170% attack and defense and 3 key. 30% chance of evading enemies' attack. 30% damage reduction. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. And androids category allies 70% attack and defense. Wow. Per Defenders of Justice or androids category ally on the turn, depending on which category has more members. Chance of evading enemies' attack and damage reduction rate of plus 10% up to 40%. Wow. This is nearly 70%. Yeah, this is 70% chance to evade plus 30% damage reduction. I would say go full dodge into this guy if you ever get 2 dupes in them. So, and definitely for the skill orbs, just to up that chance. And when there is another Defenders of Justice or Androids category ally in the turn, 170% attack, guaranteed additional super attack, foresees enemy super attack when HP is 70% or more, so that's a double condition. So it's got to have Defenders of Justice Androids category ally on the turn. On the team. Yeah, on the team. Sorry, on the team. And then once only has 100% evasion as the first attacker on a turn. So for 1 attack, guaranteed evasion. Then when attacking, he gains 170% attack and defense. So the stats are actually building up here. Then for every attack received or evaded, 50% attack up to 200%, and a 20% chance of critting up to 100%. So 4 attacks received or evaded for max attack, and a 5th one for max critical hit chance. Yeah, definitely full dodge and rest additional. There is no need to go for any crits whatsoever. Then we have the Link skills: Android Assault, Infinite Energy, Solid Support, Fierce Battle, Shocking Speed, Patrol, and Twin Terrors. And then 7 categories as well: Worthy Rivals, Defenders of Justice, Universe Survival Saga, Androids, Siblings Bond, Battle of Wits, and Superheroes. I feel like that's kind of lacking. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's kind of lacking. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I found the Tournament of Power 17. Now, the Tournament of Power 17 here does have 4 more categories, and the significance here is that this 17 is the pre-Tournament of Power 17. Basically, this is leading up to the Tournament of Power 17, and with the way the Japanese games categories work, this may just be all that there is for this team, because he is on Universe Survival Saga, but he doesn't have the other 4. So here's the other 4 categories. It's representatives of Universe 7, tournament participants, Battle of Fate, and final trump card that is not on this 17. I do believe that for representatives of Universe 7 and tournament participants, those two categories should be on this 17 because this directly translates to him being there. However, because this is a translation of the JP version of the category, that might not be the case, and that is why this Ranger 17 only has 7 categories. Now, with regards to Final Trump card, no. With regards to Battle of Fate, probably not at all. So, this is what it is the case. Now, this is, of course, the 17 from before the Tournament of Power. This is just the one that's recruited by Goku. This is from the test that Goku does of his strength. Okay, and then we have the Super Attack. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and raises allies' attack and defense by 70% for 2 turns. I like this unit a lot. I will say this though, 16 seems to be the best support on any of the androids. What's the condition? Yeah, androids are uncontrollable power category teams. I would say that that is... yeah. This 16 is really good, but again, really niche. I don't recommend people summon. Of course, we have Dokkan Special Day coming up in just a few days, so we will get free tickets. I wish you all the best of luck getting 16 and 17 on those tickets. Just good luck to all of you to get those units on those tickets. Please do not spend any Dragon Stones till the anniversary. The anniversary is in 2 months. Yes, in 2 months is already the anniversary. We should have the Dokkan Now live stream literally in approximately 60 days from now. So these units will come back on other banners, and if we save for those banners, we can have a better chance of pulling them because they will be on a 200 coin banner, a green coin banner. But if we save all our stones, we go for the anniversary, we manage to get the pity for the anniversary, we get the anniversary unit, and then we have some coins left over, we can then get him out of the shop when he comes back. That's going to be it for this video, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this was easy to understand. I need to get to editing. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and if you are new here, if you haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing. I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care.